Hello, hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, happy New Year's Eve. Can you believe it? We made it. Well, I'm going to say it again tomorrow when we actually step into the energy. But I wanted to stop in today and do a 2020 review with you, sharing my journey, how 2020 has been like for me. And hopefully through you listening, you'll be able to also do your own review, whether you write it down or you do it mentally, however you do the review. um no, go play. I was hoping that I would do this while my little one was sleeping, but he's staying awake for a while. So he is right here, and he is a riot today. He's so excited. Oh my gosh. So let me go ahead and share this with my Moon Goddess group so that everyone can see it. You excited? You gonna help me do this? What about Moana? Are you gonna go watch Moana? There we go. Let's share this into the group. When you join me, go ahead and say hello and share. All right, we are good on all fronts. So go play with Moana, baby. Okay, so let's hope that this works. If it doesn't, I'll probably have to come back and do it again when he is taking a nap, or hopefully his divine nannies will like go play with him or something. But yeah, I have a lot to be grateful for this year. Baby, no, come on. Number one, him. Definitely grateful for him, and his energy and his joy, his infectious joy, right? This little one laughs so much. Like, children laugh a lot. They laugh way more than us adults do. And so he constantly reminds me to tap into that joy, that joy that's always flowing. Where do we begin? So first, the importance of doing a review, and this is something you can do it today. There are people who have already done it. For me, it's a whole process. So it's usually it lasts like a whole month, right? Where I just kind of like chew on things, because the whole point of reviewing what has passed is so that you can acknowledge how far you've come. You can acknowledge what worked, what didn't work. You can acknowledge and receive the golden nuggets so that you can take that with you moving forward, right? If you do not, review or look into how far you've come or how your journey has been, most of the time you miss out on the wisdom that you're supposed to take with you into the new year. He's gonna be really good on camera, by the way. He's learning from mommy. So that is the important part about doing a review. So at the beginning of the year, and this is something that I talked about a lot in my Moon Goddess Circle, where I said this, that I had a feeling that 2020 was going to be really highlighted on health. But I had no idea what that would look like, right? I was like, I just have a feeling it's just going to be highlighted on health. Like the importance on taking care of our bodies, our minds, our emotions, and how, it manifests into the physical, taking care of that physical body and the imbalances, bringing healing. And then, it unfolded where it's actually a global highlight, right? But then it became more. 2020 really was a year of transformation. Here's the thing. 2020's energy reminds me of the tower. And the reason why it reminds me of the tower, 2020's energy, numerology, oh my God, I can't even talk. In numerology, the number is 4. 4 represents the foundation. So the tower comes in. If you look at the tower card in the tarot, it's like that old tower is crumbling down, right? So that we can build a new foundation and build something new that works. That works for not just the individual, but the whole. Unity consciousness. So 2020 really is, it really was about the tower. Like all the things, like first of all, it was like a highlight a big highlight on what doesn't work for us individually, as well as on a bigger picture. And then we watch them begin to crumble, whether in your own life or, outwardly. But everything that doesn't work or is not for our highest good began to crumble. And it will continue to. That's just how it is. Until we are able to build a new foundation and build upon that foundation something stronger, something more supportive of humanity as a whole. And I'm kind of generalizing it, but I hope you feel this. Like there's a vastness and expansiveness to this. This is no longer just about the individual and everything to do with all of us as a whole and what benefits all of us as humanity and the earth as well, right? So yeah, it made a lot, like the Tower card. It made so much. If I were to choose a card, it would be that for 2020. But through that, there was also that transformative energy where the fires came in to burn away, like the phoenix, burning away anything that no longer vibes with us, almost like burning away the old outfit, the old suit that we had been wearing, the old mask that we've had on, so that we can begin to reveal the real self, the real heart, the real you, realness, like the raw, real you. The other part of that fire aspect was revealing to you what makes your heart sing. So your inner desires and what brings you joy. The simple things that bring you joy. This year really helped you to, hopefully, you feel the same way. It helped you highlight that. It helped all of us highlight that. The little things that bring us joy. Because through the pandemic, through all of that, we had to find a different way of doing things. We had to find a different way to feel joyful again. With the people that I have surrounded around me, my community, I realized that even through the pandemic, like we still had an amazing year. Now, that doesn't mean that we did not get challenged, that we didn't have a hard time, because trust me, most of us had the worst of the worst. But it was just understanding what we were going through. We were being polished so that our diamonds can shine even brighter, so that we may be able to step in fully into who we really are, our purpose, our service to humanity, which is also very highlighted in 2020. 2020 hindsight, like what was revealed to you that was once hidden. I had so many like realizations, so many things that almost like the illusions were clarified. What are you doing, baby? The illusions were brought forth and they were made real so you can face it. 2020 really helped us to tap into that inner courage and inner strength. 2020 showed us how powerful, how strong, how resilient we are, each and every one of us, because we all made it. We're right here. We're ready to enter a whole new energy, a whole new year. We're ready to embark on a whole new energy journey. We're here. You did it. As hard as this year was, you did it. So use this time to just really appreciate how far you've come. But also spend time in awareness of what were the challenges and what did you learn from it. So for me, let's start with at the beginning, I was talking about the health. This year for me, if I were to choose like the challenge, a word for the challenge, I experienced the worst pain. I'm talking about physical pain ever, right? At the beginning of the year and at the ending of the year. And, and the last one that happened was actually in this month. I've also experienced the worst stress, the worst anxiety, like things that stress I'm used to, but anxiety, like I'm not used to it being anxious. Like I experienced all of those stuff. And what I realized, the first part with the pain, what better way to be pulled into your physical body than with pain? Pain has a way of dropping you right into your physical body. And that's exactly what I was being asked to do this year, to embody more of who I am, to embody every bit of who I am, to bring more of my light into my body, to experience my spirituality, my divinity in the physicality. So everything all the spiritual work that I did, it was in the physical realm. I made it physical. I brought it right into my body. And that pain that I experienced is what enabled me to be able to really dive right back into my body and to understand. One of the things that I remembered was when I was younger. I mean, I still do, but it was more potent when I was younger. I was so in tune with my body that I knew exactly when I was about to get sick. I also knew exactly what I needed to eat in order to prevent that. So I would crave like spinach. I would crave green leafy stuff. I would crave like this hot pepper soup that we have from Ghana. And I would crave like oranges and lemons. And that's what I would crave. And that would prevent me from getting sick. I knew exactly what imbalances were going on in my body. And I also knew exactly what I needed to do, what I needed to eat, how I needed to support my body to bring it back. So this year really brought back that memory. It's like, I still have that wisdom. I still have that gift, but I kind of put it back here, right? It wasn't as to the forefront as when I was younger. And so that wisdom was very much brought alive, awakened within me again, right? That was huge. So I started the year with, apart from the pain part, the other part that came in is that, and I talk about this a lot, where I dedicated, or I stepped into what am I looking for? My North Node in Gemini, basically, which has to do with, not community, but networking, authorship, writing, like that kind of energy, where before I was in my South Node, which had to do with, being the hermit. I mean, there's the adventure part, but it's very much an individual path, individual journey. And as an old soul, that's very comfortable for me, right? And that was my comfort zone. Stepping into Gemini, and expressing, like really activating that throat, that throat chakra, and expressing myself, that wasn't as comfortable, right? And so I committed to that at the beginning of this year. And because of that, that took me to a whole journey where I became a 3-time #1 best-selling author, which mind-blowing. At the beginning, I was like, what is this about? What am I going to write about? But all I had to do was I just chose what path I wanted to walk on, and what I needed showed up for me, and everything just flowed from there, right? So, and apart from, let's see here, that one I will share at the end. Some of the things that I manifested, I started a podcast this year, which introduced me to amazing people. I had the best conversation, which is all Gemini energy, right? I love my Gemini friends because we have the best conversations ever. And when I started this podcast, I was like, I just want to have yummy conversations about spirituality, about the spiritual journey, about the soul, about the spirit, about the divine, about the angels. Like that was my intention. And that's exactly what I experienced. That's exactly what I called in. The people that I interviewed, like, it was just heart opening. It was mind blowing. Like, it was so delicious, and I cannot wait to see where it takes us, like, into next year. So that was really fun. I'm gonna continue doing that because that's part of my North Node energy in Gemini. Let's see here. I wanted to dive into something that was delicious too. So it was very interesting. Someone that I really admire, she posted this beautiful, digital art, I'm going to call it. It was like a post, and it was just so colorful and vibrant. And I was like, oh, what would it be like to be able to create something like that? What would it be like to create something like that? Like, I just want to create like beautiful, beautiful things, like beautiful art. And it was like a couple of posts later, she's like, hey, who wants to learn how to do this? And I was like, yeah. And it was so simple, 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 simple. It was something I was already doing, and she took it to a whole different level. And now I can create, I have another way of expressing the beauty that is within me that wants to explode out of me. I mean, it's so fun to do. Some of my intentions, I wanted to grow my Instagram, which I wanted to grow it to 1,000, which is more than 1,000 right now. I wanted to grow my Facebook group, which has grown immensely, and it's still growing. I'm loving it. I did a summit this year, which was about integrating the 5D energy, and it's still in the Facebook group. So if you're interested in that, there was so many golden nuggets dropped during that summit. It's still in there. Oh man, this was a big one. So I dropped more than 50 pounds this year in weight. And this was part of stepping back into the consciousness, the wisdom of my body, and listening to what is working for me and what is not working for me, what is healing me and what is not healing me. Some of the things that I learned, like I stopped eating sugar, right? Like completely stopped that. And at first I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I supposed to eat? There's sugar in everything. And it opened me up to a whole new way of experiencing the sweetness of life. The sweetness of life that wouldn't harm my body. It also took me through a journey of recognizing what emotions, what pain I was still holding in my emotional body. Like by April, I had already lost like 50 pounds right there. And I just started in like February. It was like February, beginning of February. And it was just me dancing and eating like the foods that actually support me instead of foods that cause inflammation within my body. Right? I lowered, my how much carbs I take. I stopped, drinking my favorite soda, which was Sprite, which now I don't even have a craving for anymore. It's just incredible. I reduced the sugar completely. And just dance, like that dance part. A lot of people are like, what were you doing? What kind of workout do you do? It wasn't even about that. It was just about tuning into the body and really listening to what it needed. And working out, like moving my body in a way that felt good to me. And I continued to do this. At the beginning of the year, I was like, Divine, I want something that will be a lifelong change, basically. Not just something that I do right now to lose weight and then that's it. No, I want this to be a life-changing, lifelong journey here. So something that will support me and help me create that optimum health that I know I'm here to experience. And that's the other thing that came through, is the definition of what optimum health means to me. Vibrancy, feeling strong in my body, feeling great in my body, but also emotionally, right? Also for me, it was like dealing with stress, dealing with anxiety. I had no idea how good I was at but because how good I was at working with stress and anxiety, more like, I wouldn't say managing it, I guess you would say managing it in a way that it doesn't really go away. You're just so comfortable with it. You're so used to it that you just you've created a resilience to it and you just keep moving in that container. Does that make sense? So it really showed me how it's I could not keep going and moving forward in that container, in a high stress container. There's a word for it. I totally forgot. It's not coming to my mind, but I could not move forward, continuing to deal with high stress and just, storing it, right? Or living in that high stress container, basically dealing with it. There we go. Dealing with it, right? So that was highlighted to me, how I deal with stress. What causes the stress? Why am I still holding to the things that cause me stress and pain? I did a lot of deep work when it came to pain, especially. It was past pain, especially. and releasing that. But the release was more like it no longer serves me and I don't want it anymore. I am grateful for what I went through because it made me who I am. It made me strong. It made me resilient. But there's no reason for me to continue to hold it. And I released it. And every time I did this work and, did this work and released, it would show in my physical body. Like a lot of people who saw me, like they were shocked at how fast I lost that weight. And I know it's not because how, the diet changes helped, moving my body in a way that helped, but also doing the spiritual work made it even much quicker. It made the weight fall off so quickly. Right. So let's see here. At the beginning of the year, the words that came in were certainty and prosperity. In 2019 for me, I was in a year 8, which has to do with, abundance, power, really stepping into that, learning what it means to be a powerful being, like when it comes to material stuff, like money, finding balance there. And then we stepped into 2020 and that energy continued, because what I realized is that the abundance portion continued as well. And this is the big thing that I learned this year. At the beginning, or actually not even the beginning of this year, this is something that I've been doing for years, where I would have an intention or have a desire or my vision, and I would ask my angels to, help me manifest it. But here's the thing, I used to do this from a place of disempowerment, and I had no idea I was doing it. I used to do this from a place like feeling like I couldn't do it. That this higher power had to come do it for me. I felt disempowered. I felt like, like I was tired, like I've been trying so much, almost like I've been hustling to do it and nothing was happening. And it wasn't until I worked with one of, my favorite people, and she really helped me to switch that. I mean, it was already coming in, but when she put it in words, it was like it just clicked. I felt that, it just clicked in my body. And it was moving away from the disempowered manifestation where you feel like it is not in your control. There's nothing, like someone else or some higher being has to come and do it for you, to actually claiming what is already yours. And perhaps even me saying this is not doing it justice. But again, it clicks. You move from, the asking for something to happen to actually claiming, because it's already yours. There's a huge difference there. And if you felt this, if you're living in this reality that I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You begin to call in things, call in experiences from a place of knowing that you are already doing it, you already have it. And it's like an inner knowing, an inner trust that you just know that you have it already. You know that whatever you're calling in is already there. It's already in your reality. It's already, it's yours for the taking. That shifted everything. Because now it's like, I'm not working too hard for something that is already mine. Once I am aware that that is already mine, I simply need to step out of my own way and it will find me at the right time. Oh, it's powerful. I can't even do it justice. And I know that this is going to be carrying me into 2021. And I was looking through my journal today, kind of just seeing what I wrote about. And one of the words that stood out was millionaire. Like I kept writing that word over and over and over, millionaire. And I remember one of the, in the earliest journaling, I was like, how the heck will this even happen? I wrote it down, but there was such a disconnection between it because I was thinking about the steps. I need to do this and then do that. What does that mean? What would that look like? And throughout the year, I saw myself evolve. Right? This is the energy I stepped in. This is the energy that I came onto this planet with. And I just needed to embrace it. However it unfolds, it will unfold and it will be for my greatest good. But that was one word that like really was repeating throughout. Hey, be careful. And then the other word was liberation. And this word also stood out a lot. The liberation came through liberating myself from pain. That was huge. Liberating myself from pain. And then freedom was the third one. What it means to really be free. And these have been themes that I've been experiencing all year, and has been, hey, what are you doing? Okay, hold on. Let me check on my little one. Don't fall, please. Yeah, don't fall. Don't get up there again, please. Xavier, please. You're gonna fall. Oh my gosh. He's reached that point where he's climbing everything. Everything. Xavier. Yes, sit. Thank you. Xavier. Don't do what I think you're gonna do. He's climbing everything. It's so scary for me. Ah, okay. So yes, freedom. What was the other two? Liberation and the millennial energy. And this millennial energy especially has activated around this time and is actually taken me into 2021. Like all the the support I need has showed up for me. I've already stepped into the energy. Like it's mind blowing what is happening right now to get me into the energy. And what I realize is that, you know, we always say that money is energy, but it really is energy. It's a frequency. It's a vibration that we step into. We choose. We can choose to step into. And the rest just shows up for us. You know, it's not something that we need to worry about. Like I don't even know if I'm doing it justice, you know. But it's a frequency that we step into, and it has a way of unfolding in its own way. But we'll see. We'll see how it unfolds for me. I'm really excited. So that is a little bit of what unfolded for me this year. The biggest thing was moving from, you know, manifesting from that this empowered place, and moving into manifesting from a place knowing that I already have what I'm asking for. So important for me. And then coming back to the wisdom of my body, just feeling alive again, like truly alive, like mind, body, spirit, heart, all one, operating together, and what that looks like. The integration process is still going on. You know, it just continues. It continues until you're fully integrated. And yeah, so interesting. So that's a little bit about my journey this year. Of course, there's so much more, but those were the big nuggets that really stuck with me. What was the other thing? Yeah. So some of the big things, the divine feminine mentors that I worked with this year, I began with Mary Magdalene. She came in like strong at the beginning of the year, and then Joan of Arc came in, you know, and then Mary Magdalene came back again. And those two really were highlighting or helping me or mentoring me on the path of leadership, sacred leadership, what it means to be a leader in this time from this point forward, right? But it was really about what it means for me to be a leader, helping me to experience that, helping me to redefine it, to clarify it. And I know it's continuing. Mary Magdalene's my girl. She's like a soul mentor. So that's going to continue. That's part of my soul purpose. And then Green Tara came in. This is where the healing of the body really began. And from then on, it's like different divine feminine goddesses coming in to support me. And I do this every year. So I'm excited to see what 2021, which divine feminine goddess will be supporting me through the year. I'm so excited. So, but today is just all about reviewing and stepping into gratitude and stepping into wisdom, that, taking in that golden nuggets and being grateful for everything that has transpired to bring me here where I am right now, getting me ready for a new journey, whatever that looks like, right? So fascinating. We start the year and we have this outlook on what we think the year, even if you have your word and you say your intentions, you have this outlook on what you think the year will be, what energy you're going to be working with, and you just never know how things will unfold for you, because again, we're working with energy, and that's why it's so important to be aware of what energies and frequencies and vibrations are constantly dancing with you. They're always there, whether it's the moon's energy, where it's the energy of the month, where it's the goddesses or the mentors or the ascended masters or the angels coming to work with you, or your higher self. Oh, that's huge. That's going to continue, right? That was a huge one this year as we stepped into the fifth dimensional energy and really embodying that higher self, bringing those two into one. Divinity and humanity is one within us, right? And that's going to continue. Like whatever it is, like it's important to recognize what energies are always around you to support you, what energies come in to support you. So important, because it just is a change. What word am I looking for? It's like the word is escaping me. It just changes things. It makes, the word is not coming in. It really changes things. Some of the other things that I do this year, the crystal that I worked with was actually turquoise. And the funny thing is that in September, I already have a labradorite. I have many labradorites because I had a year of labradorite, and it was powerful. It's potent. I love that crystal. But it was like a little necklace. And in September this year, my husband decided for my birthday to get me a labradorite, a bigger one for me to wear. And I was like, I already have one, right? I even have a palm one. Like I have a lot of labradorite. And he's like, I don't know. I just felt like you needed a bigger one. Like it was very clear. I got that you needed a bigger one. So it was like starting this month, it came in very clear was it this month? Yeah, it was this month, to put the turquoise aside, like it's done its work. I'm going to come back to that. And then start wearing the labradorite. So labradorite is going to be taking me into 2021. My stone for 2021 came in also early, and that's a citrine. Very cool. Like I'll talk more about that when we step into the energy. But my crystal for 2020 was turquoise. And turquoise is the great healer. And it makes a lot of sense now with everything I was going through, with the healing of the physical body, healing of the emotional body, healing of the mind, right? All the different healing aspects that I had to go through, I was very, very much held in that, right? It's so cool, like the allies that we have around us to support us through our journey, right? Constantly we have this around us, and it's just up to us to be open to that wisdom, to be aware of what is already showing up to support us. This is something that I teach in the Goddess Unleashed program, and I'm excited to start this journey with the new people in the program starting tomorrow, right? Starting tomorrow, and to also help them to tune into this wisdom as well and use it in their life, and be aware of the powerful, potent energies that are constantly supporting them and guiding them. Like, I'm excited to share this wisdom with them. So that is my journey. I would love to hear your journey. So when you watch it, go ahead and leave me a comment. I'm not seeing comments for some reason, but leave me a comment and let me know how has your year been for you, unfolded for you. Or maybe send me a message, but find a time before we enter 2021 to review your journey this year and how far you've come. And better yet, take that golden nugget. What golden nuggets are you going to be taking away with you? Because with every challenge that we go through, there's always a golden nugget in there for us to take with us moving forward. So make sure you find those and bring it with you into the new year. All right, my loves, from my heart to yours, until next time you see me is going to be a brand new year, brand new energy. So many blessings to you. Talk to you soon. Happy New Year.